that will allow you to regulate and change and steer your emotions should you want, but not using the typical advice. Everyone's probably heard of this thing. Oh, if you're feeling depressed, just smile. It's impossible to be depressed while smiling. Look, if that were true, we wouldn't have any depressed people, because depressed people don't want to be depressed. And it is not the case that simply smiling will reverse depression or sadness. And it's simply not the case that smiling can inhibit sadness. It just doesn't work that way. However, it is the case that certain things that are happening in our body influence how our brain functions and the chemicals that are released. And today we're going to talk a lot about how the brain and body interact to create these things called emotions in the context of food and nutrition. And the reason we're doing that is not because I'm beating the drum about particular diet regimens or anything. In fact, I'm not going to do any of that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to review some of the most important scientific data that point to how ingesting certain nutrients